right, Manny. The time has finally begun.
Finally.
Episode 21. We made it.
Yes.
Our show is old enough to drink.
Hey.
Yeah, I just first of all, man, I just really want to apologize for missing, obviously not being able to do the show for all this time ever since the last one.
That's not a problem. I
Yeah,
understand school got in the way.
School has just been absolutely terrible and difficult, but so rewarding at the end. I think we walked out, or we came out of it with a really good game. I honestly could not have asked for like a better team that I worked with.
There you go. Congrats, Gion's team.
Yeah, but first things first. Everyone's probably noticing that if you're watching or listening to the YouTube version of the show, we got a pretty cool looking little facelift to the graphics department. We got a nice little video loop with our profile pictures. I'm on the left and Manny's on the right. You probably noticed on the bottom of our Twitter handles would flash right there. I was like, kind of like, do I leave it there? Do I just have it fade in, fade out, or just have it there for the entire video? But I don't know. It's just me and my graphic design, like, I just was like, I need to fill the space, but I don't know. I kind of figured less is more,
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't seen it yet, but whenever the video goes up, it'll go up, and I'm curious what you think about it.
Okay.
And everyone could let us know, if it sucks. Everyone could just write, "Hey, this shit sucks. Put in the old one." I'm like, "All right, you got it."
You got it. No worries.
Feedback is feedback. But Manny, let me ask you, what you been doing this entire time? What you been playing?
Let's see. I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise, Kingdom Hearts.
That's a shock right there. I'm sorry. Continue.
Shin Megami Remaster. Hades a little bit. I'm playing like a tiny bit. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, and Mortal Kombat and Kingdom Fighters here and there. Nothing more.
MK11, anything worthwhile happen? I heard something about smoke, or is that just a rumor or something like that? I heard something about smoke being confirmed.
I haven't heard anything about it. Just I heard Soul Khan got buffed, so I wanted to try it out.
Oh, okay. Because I heard something about smoke, and I'm like, what's everyone talking about smoke for? Like, is he in the game? Did he get leaked or something?
Nah, I only heard like one thing, but I only heard like one thing, but it was nothing like big. It just had a recent. It just had like a recent patch. I just wanted to check it out.
Someone was just reaching.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because I was excited because Smoke is my guy. He's been my guy since MK9. But let me ask you something, Manny. Where are you at in Kingdom Hearts? Because I know this is a really monumentous monumental game that I tried to get you to play for years.
Yeah, I'm in Halloween Town actually. Okay. I just got there.
Okay.
I low-key had to take a break from it because the level before it kind of pissed me off.
It traumatized you? Yeah, I know. The Atlantica is not exactly... It's not remembered fondly, at least in my opinion.
The first Ursula, by the way, fuck Ursula.
Yeah, I agree.
The first fight, fuck that fight. Because I must have died like 4 times because the stupid minions kept killing me.
Yeah.
But then the second fight wasn't exactly... it was easier compared to the first one. Because I didn't have to worry about those idiots. But then, once I got done with that, I went to Halloween Town. I was like, you know what? Time to call it a night with this. But I can see why I can see why this is a beloved series now.
Yeah.
It's fun as hell. Like, I legit have fun with it.
If you you're saying all these things, and I'm really, really happy to hear those things. But you're saying these things now. And when you get to Kingdom Hearts 2... Oh my god! You will finally see why everyone loves it, especially from a gameplay standpoint.
Oh, this girl at my job, she's a Kingdom Hearts fan. She's as big as Kingdom Hearts fan as you are, and she tells me, he said, "Yeah, trust me, I'll tell you about."
But can she explain the lore without? Well, not I'm not saying confusing, but can she explain the lore without being lost herself?
Yeah, she could actually.
Okay, so you're saying me and her can have an academic debate or conversation?
I actually talk about you to her quite a lot.
Oh my god!
I'm a fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm like, Which ones have you played? Is that I played every single one. Like when I told her I ordered this, she like jumped up from joy. So, oh my god, you got it! I'm like, oh my god, girl, you sound like a girl version of one of my best friends
Yeah,
right now.
because
He's
I
the
that's
biggest
I
fan
did
you
that
are.
too when you showed me the picture. Hey, look what came in the mail. It was the all in one package. I just squealed. I was like, yeah.
And besides, I love that. And besides, the all-in-one package cover, I love her. That's like one of my favorite covers.
Yeah, the all in one package cover where it's Sora
Yeah,
sitting on the
yeah,
throne.
cause Sora's just sitting there like a
Like
king, like
yeah, like the
just,
king that he is.
yeah, like yep, exactly. I'm like, damn, he's sitting there like the boss that he is. He's just
Yeah.
sitting there. Yep, this is all mine.
Yep.
But oh yeah, I forgot the last game I'm playing, Fire Emblem. But before I
Fire
talk
Emblem.
about Kingdom Hearts,
See, what's funny, there's a trade off here. I got you to play Kingdom Hearts, but then you said, well, if I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts, then you have to play Fire Emblem.
mm-hmm.
And so, people who regularly listen to the show, will probably know that I am not, before today, at least on this episode canonically, I wasn't the biggest fan of Fire Emblem because I don't like strategy RPGs, and that I was getting annoyed that Fire Emblem was getting the spotlight a lot of the times in Super Smash Brothers, especially in Ultimate. Because when they announced Byleth for Smash, I was furious.
You trust me, trust me, you weren't the only one. But I was just laughing.
Like at first, I was furious, and then I just stopped giving a shit. But I did it, man. I finally played it. I finally played Fire Emblem Three Houses, and
yep.
and
I me the picture that you got it.
Mm-hmm.
I jumped at just like you did. I like, he got it. He got it.
Yeah.
He got it. I could start playing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, a deal's a deal.
Yeah, that was like the first thing I did when you sent me the picture. You got it. I said, "Yep, look, I could finally put that bad boy in the PS4 and get it installed."
Wow, so you had no intentions of playing it until you saw something. You saw any progress from me.
Yep, correct. I'm not even going to deny that.
Damn it, biscuits. But
yeah, so I was like, oh, good thing you sent me that because it was collecting dust. I'm like, damn, I guess Gion's never getting it then.
Damn, so you just out here collecting games now.
That's the case. Anybody that actually, I thought, hang on, is you going to buy Kingdom Hearts? I did, but I made a video for Honey. So,
but yeah, Manny, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got addicted to this. I got addicted to Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that's the thing about Fire Emblem.
I put my money where my mouth was. I played the game. I sat down and learned and just said, "This is fun. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
I want more."
The thing about this Fire Emblem game, since they did Awakening when they put on casual mode, for you're not Fire Emblem fans.
Yeah,
Fire Emblem is notorious for having permadeath.
Yeah.
So when your guy dies, he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
Since Awakening, you could turn that off, so you don't have to worry about your guy dying for the whole game.
Yeah.
Which makes it easier for newcomers.
And I can see people can consider that like, oh, that's the training wheels mode to like prepare you if you ever want to do that. Oh, why are you laughing, man? You're laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing. I'm just laughing at the people that thinks that just because you turn off permadeath, it makes the game easier. He said, no, it doesn't.
No, it does not. There are some parts that had my shit kicked in. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, because shit, that doesn't mean you're not gonna win. You're not gonna lose.
Yeah, it's not a easy win button or easy win mode.
Yeah, it just basically tells you, hey, don't worry about it. You won't lose them for the whole game if your guy dies.
Yeah.
Type.
Like you told me about when I got the game and I told you and you're like you were so happy and then you were explaining me a couple things about the game and you're like, hey, be prepared to restart a lot. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm like, 30, 40 hours in, I'm just like, I haven't restarted one bit. This is great. Like I know their strategy. I'm not saying it's easy. Like no, you gotta think. Like you gotta be like, oh, if I put my guy here, he'll take care of that guy. Oh, if I put her over here, you put her inside the forest where her defense could be higher or whatever. Like I feel like that all still applies. You know what I mean? It's not like it's easy. You just go straight in and expect to win. No, like you still have to think.
You still gotta use your brain
I use my brain.
Because just because you put that one person when she wasn't supposed to be, you probably lost the battle.
Yeah. And I feel like over my MVP and I'm gonna spoil the game, kinda.
Okay, honestly, I don't mean to sound like that guy. The game's been out for 2 years, so
yeah. I mean, and I know I'm late to the party.
No, no worries.
But I chose like the Black Eagles. I'm more of the kind of the visual guy. If the vibes, if I have to join in like an allegiance, like in games like Destiny or in like Fallout or in like Elder Scrolls, where you join like a faction, you know how like Fallout you have like the Brotherhood of Steel, the rail, and especially in Fallout 4, the railroad. I don't remember who I joined in Skyrim because it's been a long time, but
I joined the Dark Brotherhood of Skyrim.
I think I might have joined that. It's been such a long time, man.
Yeah, I know. I actually want to play that game again, but anyway, another podcast.
I mean, I would love to as well, but I don't know. That's just a long game.
Yeah, I agree. And I won't finish the game.
Well, here's the thing: if I can get a good deal on the Switch version, we'll talk. I'll squeeze it in.
I'm still looking for a good deal on that game, Gian. So that alone should tell you.
Yeah, for the Switch, yeah. Yeah, because it's still kind of pricey for the Switch, actually, right?
Yeah. I think the cheapest I've seen it was like $9. I think the cheapest I've seen it was like $4. I mean $4.
4 o'clock.
I was looking at the time. I was looking at the time. Yeah, 4 o'clock. Yeah.
You mean like $40?
Yeah, like $40. And that ain't happening.
Yeah, I mean, for a game that you can easily buy for like 15 used on like PS4, like $15 or so. I mean, I don't know how much it goes for, but I would imagine it'd be like $15. Excuse me, but you can like find it dirt cheap even on like the PSN store, like digital. Oh, I got the hiccups. I'm sorry. I think I've seen it go for like, I don't know, like 12, like 10, 12, something around there, like cheap. What was I saying? Yeah. So I kind of join like factions based on, okay, how well do I vibe with their leader, And,
okay, now I see what you mean.
Yeah. So, I'm not saying because that she's a beautiful female. That doesn't matter to me. All I'm saying is that whoever I think looks the best, feels the best, that's all I gotta see. I almost joined the Golden Deer just because Claude. He was being a smartass and he's being funny. I'm like, I like this guy. Dimitri, this guy's like vanilla ice cream. I don't like him. He's plain.
That's funny you say that because that's what I'm playing as in my second playthrough. Yeah. I'm playing as Blue Lions. I'm saving the Black Eagles and then I'm going full hero mode. Like if I ever decide to try to play the game for like a fourth time, I'm gonna end up being bad. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I know what you know. I know what you mean. Because I think I want to do that because in my second playthrough, I kind of want to do Black Eagles again, but do things differently. But then again, I was thinking, wouldn't that like kind of not hinder, but like kind of be a waste because you're playing with the same characters again? Why don't you try out other characters or whatever? But I was thinking, well, you can always recruit them.
Yeah, you could. Well, my second playthrough, I took like 4 people from my old classes and put them in my class. So no, these guys are too good to be with y'all now. They're mine now.
Yeah.
I even got Bernadette on my team. And for the Three House fans, you guys know she's a fan favorite because she has like I think she has like the most messed up story in the whole game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I honestly like I really like Bernadette ever since she started talking. I'm just like, I like her. I'm gonna keep her around. And then I heard
she's kind of like your guy. Like she just prefers to stay in the room. Like and she's opening it up to you. That means she likes you.
Yeah.
She even says it. It's like I feel good when I'm
now. Let me ask you really quick. I know in like the credits they give you like updates on what happened to the characters. Are they always all the same or do they change?
No, they change depending. Like
okay, because in my playthrough, I considered marrying Bernadette. I considered it. But I ultimately went with Shamir, and I just couldn't resist.
I don't blame you. Shamir was like one, in my opinion.
Shamir's like awesome. I like her.
Dude, so when I played as the Golden Deer, she won so many battles with me just because a majority of our shots just kill people in one hit.
Yeah, she was a pretty clutch character. Same with Bernadette. Bernadette was a clutch character too. But what I was getting into, and I also considered when I joined Black Eagle, like I just liked Edelgard. Like I liked her vibes. I liked her design. I thought it was really cool.
She was badass.
Yeah, like I liked her design. I liked how like she was an axe user, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I looked at like all the master rank. I was like, oh, she can ride a horse and wield an axe. Oh, that's badass. Oh, I'm gonna make her into that, whatever. And then she became like my ultimate heavy, like not heavy, but like she was just, like she just had so much armor to the point where she couldn't take any more damage. Like she was a tank. Like she was a walking tank. And I said, wow, she was my clutch until like Shamir came in. She was my clutch, and she was like my most powerful character. And I thought, holy shit, dude! Like she's a tank.
And then when you realize, and then when that scene happens, and
Yeah,
what the fuck?
and I said, wait. I was like, wait, and then with spoilers, wait, I gotta fight her now? Oh god, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, because the first time, hey, people may not. Well, I'm not even gonna say people may not like it. Everybody loved that twist.
Oh yeah, I was like, wow, I like this, like where this is going. Like I like it. Like this is such a cool story where you're a teacher and this is your student, and then she obviously your star student, and now you have to fight against her. Like what do? You are so close to this person. You know what I mean?
And she was a good villain too. She actually had a legit reason to not like the church. I like, damn, I didn't even blame her. I mean, she's doing it the wrong way, but I don't blame her.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty heartbroken when I had to kill her. I was like, damn, I don't want to do it, but I gotta. But what was I saying? The ending, like the you have the credit, not the credits, but you had like updates to the characters and what they were up to ever since Byleth, whatever version of Byleth became the Archbishop. Is that what it's called? Yeah. So I, like I said, I ended up marrying Shamir. And then all the updates for the characters, Ferdinand ended up being Bernadetta. I'm just like, whoa, shit. That's a interesting couple.
That's a random one.
Yeah, that's a interesting couple.
Oh, wait till you hear the updates if I remember all them.
Let's see. Caspar married Dorothea, and Dorothea was my second, like my third, my third solid choice, because my choices, and I'm going to exclude Edelgard because I actually considered it. But ever since that twist, I said, well, that's out the window. I can't do that. Number one, obviously Shamir, and then number two, Bernadette, and then number three, Dorothea. So I was just like, damn. And I thought about it, and I was like, man, who would this character of Byleth, or this version of Byleth, would end up marrying? I'm just like, well, Bernadette I can see, Dorothea I can definitely see, but Shamir to me, that's canon. Like that's canon right there. But I just thought like that was the right thing to do. Or if I was the writer of this show, I would put these two together. Yeah. Yeah. So
Tony, now you see why I love the series.
Just because you can marry people, it's not because of the game.
No, not because of that, really.
No, just because. Hey, Manny, why do you like Fire Emblem so much? Oh, you can marry people.
What? You can do that shit in real life.
Wait,
but I don't want to do it in real life. I want to do it in the game.
Wait, you marry people in real life? What the fuck?
Wait, you marry people in real life? ¿Qué cosa?
I mean, you can do that in Skyrim too.
Yeah, this is true. But anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, I enjoyed my time with him, Annie. I'm really glad that I took a chance on it because the game was on sale, and I said, you know what? I don't see it on sale that often. Because I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I said, screw it. And because the choices, because I was looking for a new game to play on the Switch, because everything I have on Switch, I have beaten the shit. Like, I played the living hell out of everything. Except for Breath of the Wild, because that game stresses me out.
It does. It stresses me out, too.
Yeah. So, the choices were between Fire Emblem, because you always tell me I should get it. So, I was like, okay, this might be the chance I do it. So, it's either Fire Emblem, or what's the other game? Mario U Deluxe. You know that one is?
Yeah, I know that one.
And that one was like a obviously a Wii U port, but it was a launch game for the Wii U, and I just said, I remembered that it was a launch game. Oh hell no, I'm not paying this much money for a launch game for a dead console to play on. No, I'm good. I think I'm gonna get Fire Emblem. The review, get this. I looked at a couple of reviews to get like opinions about it. The one review that sold me on it, not just yours, Manny, because you already kind of convinced me that, yeah, I'll try it. But, like, I wanted that second opinion. and I'll always be grateful to these guys. I've been watching them for like a year now, ever since like when Maximilian showed up on their podcast talking about Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and I recognized some of those people. I was like, he's on that channel. Oh shit, that's cool. It was Easy Allies.
Oh, I heard of them.
Yeah, I think they're a really cool channel, and not base, but the inspiration of this channel, like I kind of, it's inspired by them. Like I like what they're doing. Like I wanna do what they do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like I love how they have everything set up, and I really appreciate. And I listen to their podcast, especially the Nintendo one. I think it's called. I forgot the name of it. Oh, Friend Code, I think it's called. I listened to that one, but the main one I would listen to from them would be Frame Trap. Yeah, you don't know these names anyway. But yeah, ever since because the guy who does the narration, the voices, he used to work at Game Trailers. I don't know if you remember that channel.
Oh yes, I do.
Yeah, he had a really good voice, and I was like, wow, this guy's got a really good voice. Like he would review games, and when I heard that voice for a review I saw years ago, and I was like, wait, that voice sounds familiar. Holy shit, he's with this guy. Oh man, subscribed. Yeah, so ever since I said, let me look at what Easy Allies thinks, and it was that guy. I was like, oh, this guy again, awesome. And so I'm not saying that he wrote it, but whoever wrote that and whoever played the game and reviewed it, sold me on the game. Yeah, I know it took long to explain, but
No, I get what you're saying though.
But yeah, so Easy Allies convinced me or sold me on the game. I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot.
Totally. Once you give the game a chance, you'll like it. Because I was kind of skeptical to give the game a chance too. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, but I bought Awakening, and I loved it. It's still my favorite Game Boy. It's still my favorite DS game.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because when it comes to the story mode of Three Houses, that story is actually lighthearted compared to some of the stories that the past 5 Emblem games had.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, like I think one of the first 5 Emblem games involved incest. I'm like, okay.
Ew. Oh God. Bad series. Yeah, bad series.
No, it's actually like they say, like in regards to story, it's like one of the best in the series. I gotta send you a link for it because he explains it like what happens. Like it like takes place in basically the protagonist's dad is a freaking psychopath. Yeah. Like he wanted to make like he wanted to make like a perfect child type of thing. I'm like, holy shit.
And this is Awakening. And this is Awakening for the 3DS.
No, hell no.
Oh, that's another game.
This is like one of the first game that they came out that was like only released in Japan for obvious.
Oh, gotcha. Because I was gonna say the GameCube one, the one that's like super expensive. But no, you were talking about like the Super Nintendo or NES.
Yeah, I think it was the Super Nintendo. Gotcha. But yeah, they said. Yeah, I'll send you the link when we're done.
Yeah, whenever you got a chance, throw it.
Yeah, because I know there's like 3 videos of him explaining like every single game in the series, so you won't be like confused like what the hell's going on.
Yeah, because I kind of figured that Fire Emblem, each game has its own story, kind of like Final Fantasy.
They do.
Yeah. I mean, like was there ever a sequel? Was there ever a sequel to one game? Because I know, isn't Warriors like the best of kind of deal?
Yeah, it's kind of like the best of like they get
there's Marth, Roy, and whoever else. Because those are the only 2 I know.
My girl Lucina.
Lucina, she was from Fire Emblem?
Lucina, yeah. She's actually, Crom?
I don't recall.
There's a character named Crom, and who happens to be like a little clone fighter. That's actually Lucina is actually his daughter.
Okay.
So that's what happens on Awakening. It's actually like kind of an emotional moment because she goes around pretending that she's Martha or whatever, like in a different timeline. Don't ask.
I'm not.
And then when Crom asks her, and then when Lucina asks her, "Who are you?" You look at it. He said, "My name is Crom," and then they add 2 and 2 together. He's like, "Oh my, holy shit, you're my daughter." And then it's like I'm not gonna lie, I almost got the feels when I got that. That's a holy shit. And then when you play the game more and more, you kind of you kind of get to see, okay, Crom, you're kind of a player because you find out he has another kid. You're like, Crom, what the fuck is going on over here?
Yeah, I'm looking up Lucina because I'm actually thinking about another character.
Lucy.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at her. It's all coming back to me. But the character I was thinking of, I thought Lucina was the character from like Kid Icarus or something.
No, she's from Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
She's from.
no, I'm thinking about Palutena.
You know why you're thinking of her? Because she looks like Rhea.
Yeah, yeah. Palutena. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
from Kid Icarus.
yeah, because she remember. That's what
Because
Rhea
I
actually reminded me
thought
of.
that was Lucina and that she was a Fire Emblem or Kid Icarus, whatever. And I don't know, when you said Lucina, I was like, oh, the chick with the green hair. It's like, no, that's from Kid Icarus. See, I'm kind of out of touch with the like those other Nintendo series like Fire Emblem and Kid Icarus, because like to me, I'm just a filthy casual when it comes to Nintendo.
I'm a filthy casual when it comes to like Kid Icarus kind of
Yeah.
the game. No disrespect to the fans, they just never interested me.
Yeah. I was gonna say like that I'm only into like Mario and Metroid and now Fire Emblem, Zelda. Yeah, like Zelda. I'm just like not in touch with Zelda as I am with other series like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Because to be honest with you, Manny, I never. Well, like what was it? I like the first Zelda I've ever played was the original Link's Awakening on Game Boy. Like the original, like not the remake, the original.
The first one I ever played, but this is back when I was as big as an RPG or like those open world games like I am now, was
Majora's Mask.
Ocarina of Time.
Oh, Ocarina.
But like I said, I wasn't as big as a fan of those type of games like I am
Right.
now, so I didn't give it too much of a chance.
Yeah, because
So
that's exactly what happened.
Whatever, this game's boring.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened with me as a kid. I liked it, right? Like I liked how it played, but I just kept getting lost and didn't know what to do because it wasn't those kind of games where like, hey, go over here, go over there, or whatever. And I'm just like, fend for myself. But thankfully, I rented it. I didn't buy it. Yeah, it's just like I just remember the nice nostalgia. When I think of Link's Awakening, I think of like seeing that little cart, getting the cart home, like the Game Boy cartridge, getting it home, looking at it. I was like, oh, this game looks awesome. Plug it in, put it on the Game Boy. Oh, it's these kind of games. Oh, where do I go? Shit. it just reminds me of my of that time, that childhood. I think that must have been like early 2000s. Must have been literally the year 2000. And then there was another one. I forgot the name of it that I played. I wish I could remember. I want to look it up. I feel like it'll take too long. But there was another one on Game Boy that I tried out that I thought it was pretty cool. But anyway, Manny, do you want to get straight into it? Like the main reason why we're here?
Yes, Lego.
So we're pretty close to E3, right? E3 is coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So as always with E3, I always like to talk about, hey, what's something you would like to see at the show? This is something I always talk to all my friends. And now that that we do this show, and I'm really happy we're doing this, and I can actually share my enthusiasm, my passion about this. Excuse me, something in my throat. Anyway, just wanted to talk. What is something that you want to see at E3? Like, what are some of your predictions? Like, you can say as many as you want. I'm not gonna limit you, but if we happen to share some, that's completely fine. So tell me, Manny, what do you want to see at E3?
I want to see more gameplay of the new Final Fantasy because they haven't been saying much about it lately.
Which one, Final Fantasy 16 or the
16?
Okay.
I just want to see gameplay, or at least like give us like a hint, like, hey, it's coming out. Don't worry, we're still working on it. It's coming out. Let's see. In our another round, let's see if they announce a new fighter. Because if everything's Twitter is going the way they are, we're probably going to see a Marvel fighter. Which yes.
You know what's really funny about that? Do you know the rumors that it was going to be a Marvel versus DC fighting game?
Yeah. Yep. That would have been epic.
So I don't know if you watched Max's MKX tournament.
Yeah. I seen it until that attack happened.
Yeah, the DDoS. Did they ever resolve that or?
No, they haven't said anything about it because once it did, my internet started acting weird. It's crap. So there's no winner to the tournament. They have to like do it another time. I think so because they haven't said anything about.
Yeah. I looked at Twitter like a couple hours after, and nothing was said, other than somebody got DDoS or something, and I'm just like, oh well, shit. What then? When are we gonna resume it? Because this tournament was good.
Yeah, it was getting good.
Like when I saw
Yeah,
Sonic Foxy Unlimited, I was like, holy fuck.
yeah, that shocked me. I like,
Yeah, I was like, what? I thought he was gonna win it all.
he was one of my picks to win.
Yeah. And then this guy Ninja Killer, he was just out here killing everybody. No pun
No,
intended.
that guy was a beast.
Yeah, I was like, his Liu Kang is fucking scary. But anyway, so throughout the tournament they had like little bits of documentary about the developers of MKX talking about the challenges they had to go through, and
Yeah.
Ed Boon was there, like in video form, not like live, but in video form, like in the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, oh, what's the reasoning behind all the guest characters and whatever. He was saying, oh, they spawn from conversations like, oh, who would win in a fight, so and so or whatever. And he would throw random examples, oh, who would win in a fight, Alien or Predator or something like that, Freddy or just examples like that. And then when he said, yeah, who would win in a fight, Batman or Spider Man, and he like, and I'm just like, and I was like, Batman and Spider Man, huh? Okay, yeah.
No, you're like, those are specific characters you just named.
I was like, okay, Ed,
What are you trying to tell us here? Please tell me you're trying to tell us
what are you trying to say here?
Okay, if it ends up my brain is going to like explode with all the characters they should add to that game if that happens.
Yeah. So, and what's really funny, there's a video I sent you way before this tournament happened. I sent you a link about, it was an interview with Game Informer that Ed did. And somebody asked him, hey, would you ever do, somebody asked him, would you ever do a Marvel game? He said, yes, I would love to work with a Marvel game, whatever. And he's like, yeah, that there's conversations right now. And he looked at the camera like, oops. Like,
and then I don't know if he's trolling or not, but somebody put like a picture of the Spider-Man. I said, oh, dang, he looks just perfect for the new Marvel game we're working on. Winky face. I like, boom, stop fucking with me.
Oh, yeah. I can't trust him, Like, it's like, is he lying? Is he telling the truth? It's like...
If you see Ed Boon at E3, that means, okay, something big happening.
Yeah. So, that goes to... I think because here's the thing. He's always, he's always like this. But I remember when MK11 was expected to be announced at E3, it didn't. It was announced at the Game Awards. I think it was because, well, they weren't ready to show it or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just so weird because everyone was thinking, oh man, they're gonna take a year off, no MK until like 2020 or something like that. No, but it came out in 2019. It was announced in December and it was out in 3 months. And I was like, wow, that's the quickest turnaround for an MK game, From what I mean is from announcement to release, not like turnaround as in like they made the game in like 3 months. No,
that would have been a huge yikes for me.
Yeah, that's a yikes. You're making an N64 game at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you expect? Okay, so let me ask you this: NetherRealm is making a Marvel game or a Marvel versus DC game? What would you rather?
I don't know, but I know I'm expecting them to like at least like announce like we're working on something with Marvel, and that's all we're saying about that.
Okay, so they're gonna be like that. They're gonna be like, yeah, we're making a game. We're making a Marvel game. That's all we're gonna say.
We're making a Marvel fighting game, and that's all we're saying. We'll talk about it in the later months.
So, honestly, I heard another rumor that it's not going to be Marvel versus DC, but instead a Avengers versus X-Men fighting game.
That's the one I heard too, and that's the one I'm kind of hoping happen.
So if they say it's just Marvel, then I would say that would be the game, Avengers versus X-Men, because that's a comic book series actually.
Yeah, and besides, I don't mind messing up people as like Magneto or something.
Yeah, so that means like they have the potential to out Marvel, as in Marvel versus Capcom, because they have all these X-Men characters while Marvel Infinite that didn't have shit.
Yeah, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, I'm kind of like curious, like how's it gonna work if Capcom ever decides to do Marvel versus Capcom 4, and then NetherRealm is doing Marvel versus X-Men or Marvel versus DC or whatever, So it's like, damn, 2 Marvel games.
Yeah, what's going on with Marvel? But
yeah, it's Marvel, baby. So wait, let me ask you something. If when NetherRealm, if it ends up being true, they make a Marvel game. When you say it's Marvel, baby, what do you mean? Which one are we talking about?
I don't know. It's Marvel. Well, you gotta say no.
Which one? Which one? It's Marvel versus Chill.
Oh. It's Marvel vs. Who? There's a lot of Marvel games.
Yeah,
It's not Marvel vs. Capcom? I said, no, they added Avengers to it.
It's Marvel. It's Marvel versus DC. Yeah, so
Huh?
it's gonna be interesting when it comes to the FGC if this ends up being real. If it's Marvel versus DC or Avengers versus X-Men, AVX, whatever it's gonna be called.
I was just letting you know this right now. If it's Avengers versus X-Men or Marvel versus DC, Deadpool better be in either one.
Yeah, I think Deadpool would have to be involved. He has to.
He's like the perfect character. I can already imagine him having like white cracks out like Batman or something, or the Joker.
Mm-hmm. So
and good, we could finally get a little interaction with Harley Quinn and the Deadpool that people have been wanting.
Oh yeah. All right. So what's funny is that your first prediction, you already got 2 predictions. I'm going to tell you my other 2, since you already shared with me. You actually share one of mine, which is Final Fantasy 16 gameplay and all I gotta say, I wish I want to see gameplay and I want to see a release date, if not a release window, like a year. If they say 2022, because a lot of people, there was rumors that the game was coming out this year.
That's what I heard too.
So it's like, I don't know, man. Like if it's out this year, it has to come out in like November or something. And I'm thinking, I don't think so, man. If it has to come out soon, I think early next year would be the smarter thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say like a March or April 2022 would be pretty good.
That's usually when Final Fantasy King comes out, like March.
Yeah, they're usually a spring game unless something really bad happens and they have to delay it. It's always a fall game.
Mm-hmm.
Because Final Fantasy 15, if I remember correctly, was supposed to come out in September, and then they delayed till November. So, because that game took 10 years to come out, so I mean, so it was better than nothing, you know. All right, Manny. Since that was my number 1, that's fine. We can just skip over. I think for me personally, the one that would be, I think, in my opinion, would be a red alert, push the red button, global meltdown, everybody evacuate. You know, would be the confirmation of the existence of a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake by Bluepoint.
I knew it. You
knew it. That was my prediction.
Yeah, it was either that one or it was. I was like, he would literally text me crying. And man, I'm fucking crying. They're actually doing it, or it was probably gonna be the Shin Megami 4 game that he's also been waiting for.
Oh, Shin Megami Tensei 5, you mean?
Yeah, 5. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one of those 2.
That's actually
but I would like Metal Gear Solid.
That's actually they're trying to make that game come out this year, right? Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yikes! I mean, if they're confident, they could probably put it out. But when's a good time to put it out? We're already almost in the summer, so probably October, I would say.
Oh, it would be my best. I'm already playing Shin Megami as we speak.
Right. Yeah, I want to get that, but I kind of want it till it gets a little cheaper. Not because I don't have the funds. It's just like I just don't.
Wait till it gets cheap. Wait till it gets cheap.
Yeah, because
I don't have a problem with the game or whatever, but to me, the game is better. If you find a good deal on it, get it.
Yeah, because the thing is, I just don't agree the price point that they're setting, and you know, because they have it for $60, right? Mm-hmm. Cool, but they have the version where they have Dante for $10 extra. I heard.
They do.
And that's the version you got.
Yeah, that's the version I got. But I got that version like a while ago.
Right. But what I'm saying is like, how can they? See, like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, they shouldn't charge it. Like, well, they're their own company; they can charge whatever they want, or within reasons, or whatever. But you have the Mass Effect Legendary Edition remaster, right? Which we're gonna have to talk about as per request from our one of our viewers requested to talk about it. That they're charging $60 for 3 games with all their DLC already included, which is a lot. Yeah. So how can it's just like, you know, that's the better deal. You $60, you have 3 games with all their DLCs, and then you have how old is Shin Megami Tensei 3? This many old, and they're charging $70 for the full experience?
Yeah, well,
like, what the fuck?
and they added like a few things, like they added like a merciful difficulty,
Right,
which I'm not
but
afraid to admit I'm
right.
playing on that one
Yeah,
because.
I mean, I know SMT is notoriously hard. That's not a big deal. But what I'm talking is like I don't
But
think the
I
the
get what
price
I do get what
to
you're saying though.
the price to content ratio doesn't is all out of whack when it comes to SMT, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Versus Mass Effect, 60 ducks, 60 bones, you have everything. You know, it's like what
Mm-hmm.
the fuck.
I get
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah. Uh, but anyway, yeah. Back to Metal Gear Solid, Manny. I will shit my pants if we see a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake at E3. Made by Bluepoint. It has to be made by Bluepoint. Anyone
Yeah.
else, we're gonna have problems. Unless it's Naughty Dog. Actually, no, bad idea.
No. You sure you want Naughty Dog? Are you sure about that?
No, actually, I love Naughty Dog, but they shouldn't touch Metal Gear. Don't do it.
Sorry, Drake. Sorry, Neil. I love you, but
I love
no.
Neil,
Can't wait for
but
Metal Gear.
don't do it, man. We love you. Exactly. That's the reason why we love you. No, but I think a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake done, and it being a PS5 exclusive. Oh my! All I gotta say is, oh my god! Like I would just, that scene from Anchorman where Ron is in the phone booth.
And he's crying to his boss.
Yeah, that would be me to you.
Yeah, Gian, I can't understand you. Metal Gear Solid. What?
Metal Gear Solid.
And you just hang up the and then you just hang up the phone on me. He's like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, you hear in the background me yelling. Like you're on the phone still, but you're hearing me yelling in the background in the distance. Yeah, that would be something if that kind of ends up being true. I will greatly appreciate it if there's a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake being announced at E3. And number two, since you threw in another one in there, I know I skipped FF16 since you already shared it with me, but my number two, Manny, is we get to see an update on Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay, I like that one.
Part two. I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
Okay, I like that one.
So, do you think that'll happen?
I think it will, but but it won't be released till like.
No, I'm not expecting any
Yeah,
release dates.
yeah.
I'm saying
I just
show us something.
just want to know that hey, we're working on it.
Yeah, like give us a name. If you're gonna call it something else, or if they got like a CG trailer or whatever, that's fine. I'm not expecting gameplay unless they want to, but I'm not expecting it. I don't know, because I have a feeling where if they show that would take away time, or that would take away the thunder for FF16.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm kind of like, it'd be cool if they did that, but they want to push. They want to push FF16. The next numbered entry in the mainline series. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I have one more prediction, but I'm gonna let you have another one.
Well, one of them already happened this week, and I already kind of made my week. But a new Dragon Quest game.
Oh, the Dragon Quest. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And both of them. Well, and one of them is a remake that looks incredible.
Oh yeah, the Dragon Quest 3 remake. Oh
yeah,
my god.
It's made an Octopath Traveler style. I
think it's the same engine as Octopath Traveler because it's owned by Square, and
Yeah, I looked it up. It is. I like.
It looks incredible, Manny. I cannot wait till that comes out. I think they said it comes out this year, or
they haven't said anything about it.
Just said something. I think what I got, because they announced a couple more Dragon Quest games. I think one of them said that was coming this year. I must have gotten confused, but I know for sure is that they're aiming for a worldwide release when it comes to Dragon Quest 12 and the remake.
And both of them, which is extremely smart.
That it's telling, man, that they want this game to be big. They want it to be huge.
With the anime out too, which I think it's like on this 33 or 34th episode.
I've been slacking on it. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, dude, you gotta catch up.
Hey man,
I know you've been busy though. I'm just fucking with you. And after this, I got another anime for you to add to your long list. So it's coming to Netflix June 3rd.
Yeah, it's that the one you told me about. Yeah, I'll keep my I got my eyes on it, but I'm more interested in My Hero Academia so I can finally start that one.
Because I gotta see the date that one's coming, so I'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. So if it's not Dragon Quest, since it already happened, did you have another one?
Yeah, but there's like this is my push the red button when I will like go ape shit if this happens.
Okay.
Give me a release window for Elden Ring. I haven't heard anything since you sent me that leak, and that was months ago. So now I'm getting like super worried.
Oof.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I will literally like scream like a psychopath, but I don't know if that's happening though. So.
I honestly think it's time for them to show something.
Yeah, I agree. I like, dude.
I think it's time. It's time for them to show something because this game has just so much hype, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, show something. At least tell me. He said, "Hey, don't lose hope. We're working on it,
right?
And we got something big for you. Just give me like an update, like, dude. I haven't heard anything since somebody.
How would you feel if Miyazaki shows up and says, "Hey guys, here's our next game," and you think it's Elden Ring, but it's actually Sekiro 2?
I won't lie. I'll be low key happy even though that first game pisses me off.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be mad. Everyone's mad. Sekiro 2, Elden Ring.
Yeah. Wait, shit! No, knowing Miyazaki's crazy. I didn't say that was Elden Ring the whole time. That was
you fools. Elden Ring was Sekiro 2.
You fools!
The Dark Souls music in the background starts playing. Anyway, Manny, there was something that you wanted. Like, what did you have anything else? Any other prediction? I could have sworn you had something else up your on your list.
That Elden Ring. I want to see when Nintendo got off their sleeves because they usually
go pretty hard on E3. They always show something.
Sakurai.
Oh man, do you think we'll get a new Smash Bros. Character trailer at E3? Probably.
I'm thinking like, if we see Sakurai, something's happening.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put that down. I think that's almost a guarantee that they're gonna show up the next Smash.
If it doesn't happen in E3, it's happening on Evo. And that's if Sony lets them.
Oh, that's right. Nintendo said that they'll evaluate or they'll look into it or something like that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But that was like months ago, so I don't think it's happening.
You never know.
But I could see it happening with Sakurai.
You never know.
And hopefully it's Crash.
Yeah, honestly, but didn't someone confirm that it's actually a turn basis where it's Sakurai's pick and then it's Nintendo corporate's pick? You know what I mean? Because Nintendo corporate said put Steve in the game. Why Steve? Well, it makes sense. Steve, fucking Minecraft, like, dude, Minecraft's like one of the biggest games in the world. Like, it just makes too much sense. And then Sakurai was like, well, fuck you, I'm putting Sephiroth in. Yeah, everyone including me, you know, panties were dropped. You know,
everybody had to tell Sakurai to relax because everybody thought he killed Mario. Yo, Sakurai, calm the hell down. This is still a kid's game.
Yeah. So since we got Sephiroth, was Sephiroth the last character, or was that Priya character? It's from Xenoblade. Or am I making that up? The girl with the pink hair.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I haven't played Smash in a while. So.
Yeah, me too. Or I'm gonna pretend that Sephiroth was the last character.
Papaya from Xenosaga.
Xenosaga.
No, not Xenosaga.
Xenoblade. Xenosaga. Next thing you know, they're gonna add the character from Xenogears into Smash Brothers. You and Hector. Then that means you and Hector was gonna call you up.
Yeah, Hector will cream his pants if that happens.
He's like, Billy!
Yeah, don't fuck with me. Anyway, then they just drop a huge bombshell. Xenogears coming to the Switch. Billy, I'm buying a fucking Switch. He's like, wait, what?
Oh, he doesn't have a Switch? I thought he...
His stepson does, but his stepson moved out, so...
Oh, gotcha. But I remember you told me he got a PS5.
Yeah, he did. He's been trying to give me the good ones. I said, dude, I don't got the money.
It's like, and plus they're hard to find.
Yeah, and when I do have the money, they're sold out.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to give me yours, he told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Is that if you want to ship me yours, you know, ship out yours.
Yeah, if you offer me to give me yours, then fantastic. Yeah, fuck you. You can stay with your PS4. I said, thank you.
Stay on the last gen machine. You
peasant.
You peasant. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see myself ever plugging in a PS4 ever again, man, because the PS5 plays PS4 games.
I'm not afraid that's gonna happen to me. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna end
because
up
what's the
unplugging.
point? Because it can play PS4 games.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Like, I'm like low key thinking about like just selling my PS4. I'll tell you the plans with that after the
Ooh,
show.
yeah, yeah. That
But
would be an interesting conversation. I'll definitely after the podcast, I'll give you my
yeah,
take on that.
yeah,
But so you're all tapped out on predictions. I got one more.
yeah. Yeah, but I can see a Sakurai announcement happening, and this is just because I love the series. But I know we've been getting like weekly reveals for the game, but
Mm-hmm.
I just want a release window for King of Fighters.
King of Fighters 15, yeah.
Yeah, because
I
each
would,
time
I
they
would,
sell,
I would like to know when it's coming out because every
yeah,
week we see a new character. You know.
yeah, and usually when they do that, I'm like, okay, this game is definitely coming out. Like I'm calling it like in September or October or
Yeah,
August if I want
I
to
think
be like.
August, if we're lucky. I think that would be a good August September game.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
the most recent character they just announced, he was DLC in the last game.
Yeah, Blue Mary.
Yeah,
I'm excited, man. I never really played a King of Fighters game, but I know that that's all the SNK character, all like. So you can correct me on this, since I'm kind of like a super casual when it comes to like SNK, but I know who Terry is. I know all these characters like Rock Howard, Geese, Geese and whatever. But so King of Fighters is essentially all the fighting games of SNK into one game.
yeah,
Okay,
basically, it's like an all star
so it's an all
game.
stars of all the fighting games from SNK. Okay, cool.
Correct.
Okay,
But it's
it's like
mostly
I
for
always
like
get confused. Go ahead. I'm
it's
sorry.
basically like they take like the all stars from like the Fate of Fury
Okay,
series. Like once in Blue and the Moon, they'll take like one or two characters from Samurai Showdown
right.
and all of that. But a majority is like all stars, like
Okay.
Leona. They were actually in Metal Slug.
Okay.
So
Cause
you know,
I see Fatal Fury and I'm just like, wait, that's Terry from King of Fighters. I thought Terry
no,
was, but
Harry
no,
actually came
but everyone's no. Terry is from Fatal Fury. Okay, cool.
yeah.
So,
Like
and I've
the
always
real,
thought so. Is King of Fighters like not compilation, like an All Stars or like
yeah,
a
somewhat.
crossover?
That's what people consider it. It's like an all star, but
Okay. Okay.
or like what's this guy named Rio, the guy with the orange karate outfit. He's from Art
Yes.
of Fighting games, which is where Geese Howard, which is another game that Geese Howard is in as a villain.
Mm,
And I'm not gonna lie, he actually looks like a G in this game. It's his younger form.
right. So
So yeah, kind of like a little all star
and
game.
King of Fighters is not necessarily known for having like a story mode. It's just an all stars. Everyone is here or whatever, crossover.
No,
It's just good old fashioned fighting game. Arcade mode, training mode, online. That's it.
yeah, and
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just like a lot of, because ever since Marvel Infinite came out, I just don't like when they try to force a story. You know what I mean?
yeah, King of Fighters kind of doesn't exactly got the most simple storyline. It's not Guilty Gear level of stories,
Oh
but
God! See, like I wanted to jump out a window ever since I attempted to play the story mode for Guilty Gear.
you and I both. But I'm gonna end up
God,
I'm
how
gonna
can
end up playing
someone
the
like
story
this?
mode for
It's like,
Guilty
what
Gear.
the fuck?
I'm gonna end up playing the story mode for Guilty Gear Strive when I buy it, just because I've been waiting for this game for like a while now. But
Yeah, just so you can
I'm
look at the
gonna,
pretty graphics. That's the pretty visuals,
yeah, but then I just gonna get proceed to be like, the fuck is going on?
and then you'd be like, "Fuck this! I'm playing online."
Well, I'm probably gonna end up finishing now. I'm just not gonna pay any attention to the story. I don't know
Yeah,
what happened.
yeah. That's another game I can't wait for, man. Is Guilty Gear.
And it
That'll
comes out
be
next
awesome.
week,
Next week? It really?
because I think so.
No. Next week. No. 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now. You're off a week. You're fired.
No worries.
You're fired, man. You're fired. Get out of here.
You're fired. The
You're
show's
fired.
done.
I'll get a new co-host. I'll ask Andrew.
Why are you calling him? I have to man you.
I'm gonna send you to I'm gonna send you to the Shadow Realm. No, the game, if you get like the deluxe edition, I think it comes out on the 8th.
Yeah, because today's the 28th. It comes out June 11th.
Yeah, the regular version, but I'm talking about the deluxe version of the
Deluxe
game.
version? Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a way to get the game early if you got like.
Oh yeah, if you buy like the deluxe version.
Yeah, you get the game a couple days early.
And I did just get my bonus today, so it looks like I'm pre-ordering that so I can get it early.
Let me ask you, are you getting the digital version of it?
I'm getting the digital version.
Okay, cool. Because like I think it gives you the free upgrade for the PS5 version.
Yeah, it does. Because somebody asked them that. Wait, do we get a free upgrade? He said, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, because when I get it, I'm just getting straight up. Well, I mean, I want to get it digital, so I'll have access to both versions. Like that's gonna matter because I don't know. It's just like like when you look for a game that's cross-gen, and I'm gonna tell you a sneak preview of the growing pains of PS5 right now, especially for the PlayStation Store. When you're looking for a specific game that just so happens to be cross-gen.
I heard the process is annoying.
Yeah, so I was curious about. Excuse me. I was curious about because I saw the MK11 is on sale, the Ultimate Edition, but the game is also available on PS5.
Sure.
Right, so I saw that the Ultimate Edition is on sale for $23 whatever. But what version am I getting here? It doesn't say anything about this being upgraded to PS4 or whatever. But my thinking is you buy it and you play whatever version, whatever machine you got. And then I found out there's 2 different versions of each thing. If that makes sense. Like there's something called the Ultimate Pack.
And I think that's that comes. I think that's the one that comes with everything.
Yeah, no.
But
what I'm trying to say is that there's 2 versions of it. One that says PS4, one that says PS5. And the reason you can tell, you got to read through the description. It doesn't tell you right away, because what if you see this version? Oh, I like this. Add to cart. Buy. Oh, what if you bought the wrong version? You know, like you're gonna be stuck with it. You know, I don't know if it's like upgrade. You know, like that's the part. Like they're not transparent. You know, and I'm struggling to find information on it. It's like what the unless you read through the description. You know, it's like you have to read and click on it. It's like I know like this may sound like a first world problem. Oh, I gotta read. No, like it needs to be clear as day that it's the PS4 version, because there are some games that are like when you hover over it, it says PS4. That's the PS4 version. If it doesn't say anything, that's the PS5 version. But Mortal Kombat does not say anything about it.
Yeah, well, that sounds like it's not the one was doing then.
Yeah,
just talking about fighters. One of the greatest fighting games, a remake of one of the greatest fighting games ever, is coming this Tuesday for free.
Oh yeah, Virtual Fighter. Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Virtual Fighter. I mean, what a time to be alive. Virtual Fighter is back. How do you feel?
I feel good. And then a guy I watched.
I'm sorry, man.
A guy I watched on YouTube named Rufomonger. Shout out to him. He thinks that this is one hell of a coincidence that Sony's doing this for free.
Yeah.
When and since they own Evil, he thinks they're gonna announce Virtual Fighter 6 as a PS5 exclusive.
Ooh. That might be the plan.
Because it's too much of a coincidence. They're releasing a remake of one of the greatest fighting games ever, so close to Evil.
Yeah, I think the plan is that obviously I think Sega was like, ooh, I don't know about a VS6, but how about we just get VF5 and remaster it or update it and put it out, see how people feel about it. If people like it, then
that's what he said.
Okay, then they'll figure out VF6, because I don't feel like VF6 is in the workings now. They might be like, okay, we'll think about it now, but if VF5 does well, then yes.
Yeah, because that's exactly how we said it. They probably just did this for free, so everybody can play.
So that's absolutely right, because the thing is, they recently announced that the online is it's not rollback. It's gonna be delay based.
Yeah,
but in our case, since we live so close to each other, that's not a big problem for us. But if you want to play with your homeboy in California,
you're gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have some fun.
And not in a good way. You're gonna want to chuck your remote at the wall.
You want to chuck the controller out the window. But when you and me, Manny, when we play Dragon Ball FighterZ, it's like you're playing like you're next to me, because you live so close.
Yeah.
So when you and me play VF5, it's not gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
And I heard that I heard VF5 has
competitively it's fun as hell.
Yeah, and I heard that the online, even though it's delay based, it's still pretty good.
Once or twice I played online, back before when I was so. I actually had fun with it. Like I actually had some pretty decent battles.
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't nearly as good at fighting games back then as I am now.
Right. But anyway, man, back to my final prediction.
Okay.
I think you will probably think about this, and I think at this point it's just wishful thinking. Considering that VF5 or Virtual Fighter in general is making a comeback, don't you think Capcom could do the same thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
But a certain
could you imagine if they show up, maybe on
the director of Capcom?
Yeah, whoever shows up,
and they're supposed to be, they're supposed to be there.
And whoever's conference, it could be Sony's or Sony's showcase or Xbox, whoever. I think it would be PlayStation, honestly. But they show up, they say, we don't have enough time to get into details, but enjoy whatever, this little video. You see the Capcom logo show up. It says Capcom Presents. And then all of a sudden it fades out, and then it fades in, you see the Marvel logo. You know where I'm getting with this.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it does happen. Or at least they announced like they're bringing back a fighter game, like a classic fighter game that they Darkstalkers, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, so it's like it's either a true Marvel versus Capcom 4 or a revival or a revival of Darkstalkers.
Yeah, just make it the way you guys made Street Fighter 5.
I don't think so, man. No.
Hey, let me dream.
American Dream. No, I kind of want them to take notes from Arxis. Make it like 2D, 3D kind of. You know what I mean?
Oh, that actually worked. I just want to see my boy John Talbot in this generation again.
Yeah. So I really wish like we could get, or at least this is what I'm thinking. They said yes, we're making another Marvel vs. Capcom. To hold you guys over, we're gonna put out a Marvel vs. Capcom collection for all current gen machines. It's gonna be Marvel 1, Marvel 2, Marvel versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus or X-Men versus Street Fighter, or Marvel versus Street Fighter. You know what I mean? Like every Marvel game.
Put X-Men and the Marvel superhero fighting game on there too.
Yeah, like the new MVC. Yeah, put all the X-Men. But I'm saying like, here's what to hold you over. This is out in 2 months. We'll see you then. Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, MVC 1, MVC 2, Marvel superheroes, X-Men versus Street Fighter, X-Men Children. You know what I mean. Just go hard. I'm not saying like, or what I'm saying is like they could probably make it like the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, but a lot of people would be super annoyed with that because like the those versions of the games aren't the greatest.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling people would put up with the Marvel one because it's Marvel.
Yeah, I agree.
Just for the sake of, oh, Marvel's back. But it's a not so great version, unlike the HD versions we got like almost 10 plus years ago on like PS3 and 360.
Yeah.
The one from Third Strike and Marvel 2 and whatever.
Yeah, I know which one.
Yeah, those versions are great. I like those. But yeah, that's my final prediction. Capcom bringing back a dead fighting game, whether it be Marvel. Marvel's not necessarily dead, but making a proper good one, or Darkstalkers, or I'll do you one better, Manny. As I look into the room and everyone looks at me, Rival Schools.
I would jump up and down.
They make another Rival Schools because Akira, she's gonna be in Street Fighter 5, so I think that's a great excuse to make another Rival Schools.
Crazy thing is, she's not even the last character.
I know, that's the crazy part. Who's gonna be the last one?
They don't know.
It's gonna be Terry Bogard. Capcom versus SNK3. See what if it's Capcom versus SNK3? That's the Capcom announcement if they show up.
It's gonna be Capcom versus Marvel SNK. Yeah.
Everyone just shits their pants collectively.
I love Capcom versus SNK too, but
yeah, it's one of my favorite, especially for the soundtrack.
Oh, that soundtrack was incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
that announcer was annoying as hell, but
So we're done with the E3 predictions, Manny. We have a request from a fellow listener, and you probably know who this is.
is he the Mass Effect fan? I think it is.
Yeah, Andrew writes in.
Yep.
He says, just plainly, Mass Effect Legendary. Or I think I don't have it. I actually let me pull it up. Give me a second.
I actually got the Legendary edition.
You got it too?
Yeah. No, I actually like bought it.
Yeah, like you got it.
Yeah, Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that up one day. I'm just not a big Mass
But
Effect fan, but
I haven't played it yet because I'm playing Kingdom Hearts or whatever.
right,
So,
right. Yeah, it's there whenever you're ready.
yeah.
Where do I guess it's oh well. I know what he said, but I was looking what he exactly said. Andrew writes in and he said he wants us to talk about Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
But they did a lot of changes because I was looking it up. I was like, okay, what's making this so legendary? And
Yeah.
oh boy, yeah.
Yeah,
Now
I mean, I saw a couple of videos of the game running on PS5. I mean, there's no PS5 version, but the PS4 game, if you put it on PS5, you're gonna have some benefits. Like you can play it at 60 FPS at 4K.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wow, that looks awesome for all three games. Looks great.
And it changed a lot of things about it that Mass Effect fans are gonna like, especially one big one that I love.
Yeah. But on Xbox, you can play it up to like 120 FPS. If you have the Series X, and I'm just like, holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is that? That's a big difference between PS5 and Series X. It's like, how come Series X can do that and not PS5 or whatever? But I don't know if it's like a issue with the excuse me, an issue with the hardware, or they couldn't get it to work on time. And I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think I ever seen anything run at 120 FPS, so I can't really say much about it. But
I'm gonna have to ask my guy who I work with, who got the Series X, how it runs.
Yeah, that guy, he's got Mass Effect as well.
Wait, he has the Series X, and he tells me, but I know he'll be able to find out. Though.
Right. I thought you meant that someone playing Mass Effect who on the Series X.
That girl, that Kingdom Hearts fan I told you about, she's also a Mass Effect fan. She's a super.
Oh,
gamer.
great.
She's a super gamer. Like she has an Assassin's Creed tattoo. That should tell you.
Oh boy.
I'm like.
Yeah, Manny, you know that everyone knows I'm not a big Mass Effect fan. Like I
know.
I tried to play the first one years ago. Like we're talking like.
Oh, they fixed it. That low key fact. I'm pretty sure Angie knows the big one that they fixed in this edition is the first one. Okay, they know it's not.
Yeah, the first one must have had a lot of work done to it.
Yeah, like they know that. Yeah, we know part one is exactly the most like version compared to the other two.
Yeah, because I played the original, the first one back in like 2008, 2009.
And you're like, yikes.
Yeah, I was like, yikes, I don't like this. And the game was only 2 years old at that point, like it was. I remember it was 2009 when I at the time I only had an Xbox 360, and I picked up Mass Effect. I heard this game was pretty cool. I'll check this out. Didn't like it.
All right, but yeah, that's about. I may end up playing it this weekend just to get a feel for it, and then I'll let you guys know on the next show.
Yeah. I'll have to eventually do it whenever I can, because I'm just not into Mass Effect. But I'm happy for those who've been wanting like a remaster of the trilogy, because the games are only available on like PS3 and 360 or on PC. I mean, you'll be all right if you have the PC version, but what if you're like a fan and you only have it on Xbox? I mean, I'm pretty sure all the games are backwards compatible, but what if you have a 4K TV, you want to take advantage of it or whatever? I think that's the only, like, I don't know. It's just like, I can't really say much because I'm just not a fan of the series. But I'm happy for those who are happy. Like Andrew, I remember when that collection came out, I saw him. He was just, geeking out. He sent me a picture and everything, and he's just like, "Bro, I'm so hard right now." I'm just like playing Mass Effect on this huge TV on the PS5.
Why am I not surprised he said those exact words?
Is this Andrew we're talking about?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
I gotta. Or Josh would have told me about it because I know he's a big.
I know, yeah, Josh. I remember Josh when Andromeda was announced. He was like super hyped.
Don't mention that filth in front of me.
Hey, I know. I'm sorry. I should have known. No, but whenever that game, is that better? That game.
Yeah, much better. Much better.
When it was announced, he said, "Yo, man, it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be awesome," and I'm just like, "Sure, man. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this." Guess what happened?
And once he played it, he was like, "Tyler's a creator." Well, that was a fucking lie.
Yeah. Well, that was a lie. Yeah. I remember laughing at everyone when Mass Effect Andromeda ended up shitting the bed. I said, "I told y'all."
I told
there was something off about this game. Y'all laughed at me.
Look who's laughing now, assholes.
Yeah. Oh man, but it sucks because I know that's not a good thing because oh man, but what if you're like a big fan of the series and then you get this plopped in front of you and oh no. Yeah, I felt awful, for fans that wanted like a new game in the series, right? And this is what they got. Like Frankie, I remember when Frankie got it, the poor dude didn't even open it. It was still sealed, and I think he sold it. I don't remember what he did with it, but I think he sold it. Like he sold it brand new, sealed, and I'm like Frankie, or if that was the case, I think he did sell it. I would tell him now, Frankie, it goes to show you, holy shit, man, how that game fucked up. How fucked up the game was.
Yeah, I think the last time I sold a game that I didn't even bother opening was what's that game called? Oh, Unity.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Unity. That game sucked.
When I bought that, when I knew about the troubles that game had, but there was a time where I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm just gonna give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Whatever, it's fine. I know I had that issues. I'll give it a shot. I got it. I picked it up used. I know. I'm the villain here. I bought it used. But GameStop had given me a sealed copy of it, but I bought it for a used price. Like I bought the used price, and the game was sealed, and I was like, oh. So who's to say that I bought your copy, Manny? Yeah.
But yeah, I played the one my brother. He's a good lord. That game's fucking terrible.
Really quick, Manny. I just remembered something. I'm surprised you haven't said this. And I'm pretty sure you have forgot. I mean, I don't think you ever forget about this game. But how would you feel if on the Xbox conference or the Microsoft Bethesda conference, they Xbox Phil Spencer or not Phil Spencer, but who they'll say, hey, here's a couple experiences coming to Xbox in the near future or whatever.
And Todd Howard appears.
No, not Todd Howard. Todd Howard doesn't show up at all. But well, yeah, he'll show up later, but not for this game. Phil Spencer says, yeah, we got in touch with BioWare, and
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, we got in touch with BioWare. Yeah, they brought this. They're gonna bring. Yeah, well, he just says, yeah, we got in touch with BioWare, and then we just get a logo. There's no gameplay. There's no CG. We just get a logo over a narration, and it's Jade Empire 2. What do?
I'll go. I'll say, sorry, PS5. You're waiting.
And it's an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, PS5. Your ass gonna wait.
No. And Sony's like, no.
I would seriously go to Team Xbox. I'm sorry.
Damn, just like that. That'll make you switch teams, just like that.
Yeah, Jade Empire is like my favorite Xbox game, like ever.
Damn. Wow.
Because that's how you do like a martial arts RPG.
Oh man, but I don't know, man. I think a Jade Empire 2 would be years. I mean, it would be such a long. Like it would just be so far away because isn't BioWare working on a new Mass Effect?
They're working on a new Mass Effect. They're working on a new Dragon Age. Whenever that's
Right.
happening.
Yeah. Whenever that's happening, because I think it's obviously they worked on this, right? The legendary Mass Effect collection.
Yeah. So
And then
yeah.
after that would be Dragon Age, and after that would be the new Mass Effect. So Jade Empire would just be the end of the generation.
Non-existent. Unless they're doing like a remaster, which would be incredible.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is it backwards compatible at least, Jade Empire?
I mean, when I had my Xbox One, I bought it just so I could play it again.
Oh, so it is backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I seen it for cheap.
Right.
It.
So you wouldn't complain even if it was a remaster either.
No, I wouldn't complain if it was a remaster. I did get to play one of my favorite childhood games.
All right. What if it comes to PlayStation? What do you do?
I would be shocked, but I sure as hell.
Actually, it was published by Microsoft, was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, then they have no chance coming to PlayStation.
I mean, I'll be something. Jade Empire. Sony just bought Jade Empire. What?
Damn.
Oh, well, damn.
I don't have anything else, Manny. I know we talked about Dragon Quest. The biggest thing that I wanted to talk about was E3.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a request from Andrew to talk about Mass Effect. I hope he's happy.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we wrap it up for today?
Nah.
No?
No, I'm good for that. I'm good. I got everything off my mind.
All right. So do you have any closing comments?
It feels good to be back doing this. But like I said before, we're probably not gonna be doing this every week, but we're gonna try and do as much as we can.
Yeah. We might as well say this now. I mean, when I go on my trip, that's definitely an off week.
And then when I go on my trip, it's probably gonna be an off. Yeah, it's gonna be an off week. I'm gonna be gone for like 6 days.
Yeah, so that's probably another 2-week vacation.
Yeah.
How about that? Working a couple weeks and then go on vacation again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, everybody else does it.
Yeah. I mean, I can always ask Andrew, but I don't want to put him on the spot right now. And I just did.
Yeah, I was about to say you kind of just did, but
yeah, I was like, I don't want to put him on the spot, but you just did. Shit. Oh well. No, that's okay. I'm not a big deal. Closing comments for myself. It's good to be back. I like doing this with you, Manny, having a conversation about video games. Yelling about video games that don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jade Empire 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom 4 or an eventual Darkstalkers revival.
Mm-hmm.
Just hope E3 is good, because it's gonna be interesting how I'm gonna watch it, because I'm gonna be out and about. I don't know if I'm gonna
Silly question. I could just look it up. When is E3 exactly?
I think it's the 12th to the 15th, I think.
Okay.
I think.
No, just so I could keep an eye out. So
yeah, I think.
Okay.
The 12th to the 15th, I believe.
Well, if anything, we'll be texting each other.
Yeah. Well, but I'll have to see, like, if it's like an off day, if I'm just chilling at the Airbnb.
Oh.
Then don't worry about it. I'll just watch it on my phone or yeah.
Okay.
Because I think I'll bring my tablet with me even. So.
Yeah. Oh damn! It starts on a Saturday.
See, that's the part. Like, I'm just have to look it up, because I don't know if. Oops. No, I don't want to open that.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it as we speak. June 12th to the 15th.
That's what it says. Let me see. E3.
Yeah, it starts on a Saturday, ends on Tuesday. Damn. E3 starts after Guilty Gear comes out.
Yep, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking at it. 12th to the 15th. The 15th is when I get back.
Yeah, then 2 days after that, I come back. I mean,
or you go. You leave.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whenever everyone releases their schedules, we'll plan it accordingly, and we'll watch them all.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, then, everyone.
All right, Manny. I appreciate you being here with me.
Likewise. And it's always a pleasure.